Let's get Chris Daniels now with the governor's reasoning behind lifting the mandate.
And Chris, Washington is one of the last states in the entire U.S. to address the mask mandate.
Yeah, Jessica, and especially to reveal a calendar. As you just heard off the top of the newscast, March 21st is the day the mask mandate will go away. So let's review those key dates right now to give you some clarity. Again, the outdoor mask mandate that ends tomorrow in Washington State. That was in place for large events like a Mariners, Seahawks, Sounders game. So that impacts a couple of Sounders games that are scheduled for next week. And on March 1st, almost 2 years to the day of the first COVID death in our country here in Washington State, the vaccine verification in place for large events also goes away. And then on that day, March 21st, Inslee says the mask mandate will be lifted. And I'm going to let this next slide sink in for you when it shows you the differences here with the state indoor mask requirements. You can see what it means as you read through on the screen when those requirements are lifted, the difference on the left side versus the right side. Inslee stressed today, despite what his California gubernatorial counterpart Gavin Newsom declared today, this state, Washington State, is not entering an endemic phase.
No human being can tell you where the end of COVID is. It appears it will be with us for some period of time, and we will have to figure out how to live with this existing virus. And it assumedly will remain a fatal disease for some period of time.
So you wonder why that date. Inslee did get a lot of questions today about it. He says this is all tied into State Department of Health data showing rates and hospitalizations dipping in mid-March and into April. Inslee says masks will still be required in healthcare and longer-term care settings, and says businesses and local governments can still choose to implement vaccination or face mask requirements, as can school districts, as Drew told you about off the top. But that's the latest as we know it right now in the King 5 newsroom. I'm Chris Daniels, King 5 News.